Hey guys, there's been a lot of messages and comments from people since that recent video talking about how the Japanese government's opened up the gates to people to come into Japan. They increased the number of people allowed in every day to 20,000. Now they've increased it to 50,000. But there's still a lot of confusion about what the requirements are. So in the last video we said that it seemed, and again we only go on the information that we can get, but it seemed that the requirement was that you book through a travel agent, but you did not have to do a guided tour and you didn't have to travel in a group. And it does seem to be that is the case. Now, some people have contacted different people. We always advise people we've always advised people before COVID, we've always said if you want to come to Japan, check with the consulate or the embassy in your own country, because the requirements for people from different countries does vary a bit. So it's always best to check with your consulate or embassy. Someone did that, and even that seemed to end up in confusion, which isn't surprising. That, you know, this is the land of Yoku Karane, as we've talked about before, you know, don't really know. And particularly the government. Often you look at government websites and you come away none the wiser, you know, because it's always ambiguous and not clear. However, here's some news for you. As we find clear paths for you to come to Japan, we will tell you about them, okay? So here's an example. We've talked about Hakuba Holidays before. That's our Aussie friend up in Nagano, in Hakuba in Nagano. And some of you already know Nagano is one of the most famous places in the world to go skiing. It's absolutely amazing. We've made a series of videos about Hakuba and Nagano. So if you want to check that out, check that out. Now, our buddy up there's got some amazing apartments right at the bottom of the ski lift. So you can walk out the front door and get on the ski lift and go up the mountain and go skiing down the mountain, right? So amazing places. We made videos about them as well. Now, if you want to go and stay at his apartment and in his apartments, all you need to do, make a booking with him, and then he'll give you the name of the travel agent that's in Japan, and that travel agent will guide you through the process to get you here. So it requires he has to make an itinerary for you. Now, the itinerary doesn't mean that you have to travel in a group and doesn't mean that you have to do a guided tour. All it means is that he has an itinerary of when you arrive, where you go, you know, how you travel with the train or bus or wherever you're going to travel, and then where you're going to stay and how long you're going to stay there. But that's sort of like what we normally do when we travel anyway, isn't it? We have an itinerary. So the only difference is that he knows how to jump through the hoops for you to get that all written down so that you can get your visa to come and go skiing. So those of you who are already in Japan, you won't need all that. You just click on that link. We'll put a link underneath this video to Hakuba Holidays. Click on the link, make a booking, go skiing. It's awesome, that place. We love that place. If we get a chance, we might try and sneak up there for a couple of days this year too, because it's awesome. But if you're in another country, check out Dan's website, Hakuba Holidays website. If you want to make a booking, make the booking, and then contact the travel agent guy, his travel agent guy, who we're going to put on the English Friendly Directory as well, and then he'll organise it for you. He'll get the itinerary sorted for you. He'll tell you what else you have to do, which isn't as bad as it sounds. So the problem is, usually the problem is with these things isn't what has to be done, isn't usually the problem. It's knowing what has to be done, because it's just typical Japanese style, you know, Yoku Karane, don't really know. That's usually what causes the frustration. Don't really know. Phone the consulate, they don't really know. You know, it's frustrating. But this guy's got it sorted, okay? So you want to go ski in Hakuba, click the link below, Hakuba Holidays, make a booking or send Dan an email. And he's pretty busy at the moment because people have realised that they can do this. So he's pretty busy, but he'll get back to you and you go and have a good holiday in Hakuba. So it's doable. It's not a big deal. It's just a matter of finding the people who understand what's happening well enough that can just guide you through it. Because getting here isn't that difficult. It's just It's just the understanding what you need to do to get here. It's not a big deal. It really isn't. So that'll solve your Huckabah skiing holiday problem. That'll sort that for you. And then we're going to keep looking for other routes, other paths for people to get here. It's just, again, it's just having people, the connection. Apparently the travel agent guy's not greedy either, so he's not going to charge you $1 million to do what he needs to do, okay? But again, he's busy as well, because people have realised, aha, this is good, let's do this. So, but there's your solution for you, okay? Go skiing in Huckabah, why don't you? And again, we'll keep you up to date as there's changes. The changes all seem to be positive. It all seems to be getting more and more open. And as I said, they've gone from letting in 20,000 people a day, letting in 50. So that's pretty positive. And there's so they're heading in the right direction with all this, opening it all up, letting people in. So it's all good news, really, isn't it? All right, all good. More videos coming soon.